Okay, I'm putting my hands like this, making a little corner with my fingers, and where that corner is where my section is going to be, and we're going to section the top from the sides so that the sides don't get cut like too long by using the hair from the top of the head, like bringing the top section into the side. If I use that length, I haven't cut it yet, so I'm going to cut the sides shorter. And if I use that length, I'm going to cut the sides too long, and it's going to be longer than I want. I'm going to have to go back and cut it. But if I use the top and bring it into the side for the side length, I'm going to cut the top too short. So I like to section them off from each other, even though I am going to go back at the end and blend them together. Now here I'm going at an angle, which obviously I didn't record very well at all. So sorry about that, but I'm going at like a diagonal so that I have more control of the weight that's building up and also the shape that's being cut in, and I want it to flow back, which is why I'm doing it on a diagonal. If I was more worried about just building up more weight, I would probably do horizontal or vertical, like fully one or the other, not on a diagonal. On a diagonal, I have a little bit more control over the shape, not only the weight, but also the flow, like it moving from front to back. So I'm going to over direct it forward on my diagonal so that whenever it flows back, it still keeps that length to let it flow back like that. And while we're not building up too much weight, because we don't want his head to like build up into a wedge or something like that. Then right here on the top, I'm taking a comb size section of hair, no bigger than that, because if you do anything bigger than a comb size section of hair, you're going to be over directing some hair, and we don't want that. We're trying to create a square shape, not only on the sides of the head, but also on the top of the head, so that everything on the top, whenever we pull it straight up, it's all the same length, no matter where it's at, even from the fringe area or from the crown and the apex, it's all going to come to the same length. That's why we like a square shape on the top. On the sides also is why I was cutting more on the diagonal, being able to control the weight, because as you get closer to the round, the parietal ridge where the top and the sides meet and the head starts to round, you want to keep more weight up there, and you keep it closer in the temple area, like right around the ears and down on the sides of the head, because that's going to remove more weight and it's going to help create that square shape. Because where his head starts to curve, if we follow the curve of the head, it's going to take out the weight that's there, and that's what creates your square shape. So it's going to start to look rounded, and nobody wants that. So really, what you're focusing on is trying to put a square shape on a round surface. Right here, what I'm doing is removing some weight and blending. So what you're going to get whenever you get those corners where the top and the sides meet, you're going to get, that's how you build your square shape. But you're going to get corners, or as you call it, like a shelf, because it's where the side blends into the top. Like you're going to have weight coming from the top laying into the side, and it's going to either be longer or shorter than the other length that it's supposed to be blending into. So what you're going to want to do is pick it up, because weight is always coming from above where it lives. It's never where it lives that the weight is removed from. You always need to pick the hair up and remove the weight from above it. So you're going to see almost like a little V shape where it's shorter on one side and shorter on the other side. And what you're going to do is cut it together. That little V point that's in the middle, you're going to cut it until it's the same length on both sides to remove the weight. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Here he is all happy coming back to see me. So let me know if you have more questions. I know that was a lot. Okay, bye.